Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And today we're going to use this template here. This is 16 strings, single-stranded. And we're going to find out if the pattern that's sort of like the one that we did yesterday, Control C, if it fits on this in the full size, like make it the same as my bracelet. But yeah, see if it actually fits. Looking at it right now, I think it's kind of long. I think we're going to actually have to shift where that bottom line is, but we'll find out. So, paint tool. Do we want to make this blue on orange or orange on blue? Let's make it the way we did Mandy's. Let's make it orange is the big primary color. We don't have to do, I just realized, we don't have to do both sides. Because I can copy and paste, so. Like that. Guess that comes all the way in. 3, 4, 5. So then this comes out like that. And then that comes out. Been a little while since I've tried to draw out one of these patterns. There. That goes to there. Right. I'm taking a look real quick at my bracelet. So yeah, the blue. And again, this is dark colors taking up the bigger space. The blue comes around and it actually touches and crosses over right there. So the two sides will connect. And then the second darkest color, two, three, four, five. Yep. And then back in. Yeah, this bit gets a little confusing. Two, three, four, five. Right. Well, here, let's do the rest of this blue. This one is here. And then the lightest is here. And then the orange comes out. Yeah, so my template's been long. I think. Hang on. So this is the second color. Not sure if that's where the diamond is supposed to go. Hang on. Let me look at my bracelet real quick here. 1, 2. No, something's wrong. Let's get rid of this for a second. That makes a diamond, that makes a diamond. There it is. And then this would come on the other side of it. So yeah, we are a few rows off. Not by much. I thought my bracelets seemed like they were a little bit longer and kind of a thing. But yeah, so this line here should be up here instead. Cool. So now I just have to put in all of the underlying strings so that way we can see which colors end up in the little spaces that we have left. And that's kind of easy to do. Basically, first fill in all of the colors that you can see where they're going. Like this, and then fill in the other ones. That's how I do it. I'm guessing if you didn't already know this pattern, like getting it set up in the first place would have been a lot harder. And I know that's kind of true because back when I was first like coming up with this pattern, yeah, I struggled with it quite a bit, trying to figure out which order the strings went in and how to change. Like my first one was making this shape that's up here at the top and creating like a yin and yang of it and another one kind of opposing it. And that's how that kind of started out. And then more advanced versions of it kind of started happening. I like this one. I like the whole setup. And I like the fact that we discovered that the template's a bit long. I might actually adjust that. You can see I'm just kind of following along. This blue right here changes its direction, so I know that the orange will bounce there, comes back in, and lo and behold, there's more of this orange on the other side. So yeah. here where the middle is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of this in. If you have questions about creating patterns like this, if you need more detailed versions, you might look at some of my earlier videos on pattern making. Obviously, I'm getting better at it, and I'm not kinda going at it like, you know, as if I was a curious beginner. If you're interested in those, you might want to check out, like I said, like some of the earlier ones. Oh, that comes all the way down here. Look at that. And then it just comes in where it's supposed to come in at. All right. So, like I said, hang on. While I'm filling this in, let's just take a moment. Thank my YouTube members for making this possible. It's their contributions that help make all of this happen. So, thank you guys so much for that. If you haven't already, hit the like button. That would help me out immensely, and that's completely free. Or you can become a member. It's like, what, $4 a month? Become a member and helps financially support the channel. That would be super cool. If we ever get to where we're actually making good money with this, the goal is to have Mandy become a little bit more employed by the channel to like do all of the little stuff that needs doing, like video editing or, you know, just stuff in general. The big dream. I would love for it to happen though. Something. It's supposed to come through here. Wrap this up. Missed something somewhere. Ah, there. Like I knew it was too far down. There it is. All right, there we go. So all the yellow ones are in. I'm pretty sure it's the light blue ends up in the center here and here. But well, let's just do that real quick. So light blue. Right, because this one goes this way. So light blue here. So there. It's just a good example of actually wanting to demonstrate how a string gets to a place. Yeah, there it is, right in the middle. And it becomes the first string. There we have it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.